I came up, Picasso as an artist, a painter. The picture's so clear in the name of living, giving all that I got. I'm on top now. I'm on top now. I won't stop. Finally I'm living. Finally I'm living. I'm living.
Hey everybody, I'm Tori. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Flo.
Welcome back to 419 The Experience.
So we're about to go ahead and head on over to East Point, Atlanta right now to catch up with Jaya. Jaya is one of the models that we've been working with that we want to pull on over into 419 models. He has so much potential. This guy is an artist. Like, he sings, he does poetry, he writes, guy's an intellectual. He's a real cool dude. I believe that we have a platform for him. So we're gonna go over there and talk to him. I know there's a few things that I feel that can be sharpened. Like with his singing, for instance, he's a great writer. He's a good singer, but I know since I've been around singers, a lot of singers, I know that he can use some help. So I wanna offer that to him today. We wanna offer that to him today and see how things go. Catch up with him, see what his story is like, see what he's been through, see who he is, you know what I mean? At least get a glimpse of it today. So let's roll on over to East Point, Georgia, make this thing happen.
The last 4 years I've been on a separate journey because I went to acting school. But like before that, I would be waking up and just like checking Facebook and scrolling and stuff, and it's like, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
It's crazy.
It just doesn't matter. It's like somebody's out doing something, right? Mm-hmm. And instead of me going and living and enjoying life, I'm gonna look at what they're doing to try to get some kind of enjoyment. It's just, it's like, what is, like, you know. I'm actually going to therapy.
Word.
I'm going to therapy right now, yeah. There's things I got to deal with in my life, and I can't use my art. Like, art is therapeutic, but I can't use it as therapy. And I'm sure you've heard that. You know, so many people have heard it, but we don't realize to the degree that it is until you actually start going to therapy. You're like, okay. And my art has actually been changing. But outside of that, I've just always felt like, I've almost felt strange because it's the small things that inspire me. Just looking at the tiny little sprigs coming out of this grass would inspire me to write something.
Gotcha.
I've written pieces coming out of the shower because of the water and how the water felt hitting my skin. And a lot of times I don't trust it. And so these last 4 or 5 years of my life, I've been training in acting, but the acting training has actually trained my life.
What are you doing right now, like, to fund that? Like, how are you, like, in the meantime, to get to this dream and to get to this space and this place? Like, what do you do on a regular basis to maintain and uphold, I'm going after these goals?
Right. Well, right now I'm working as a busser at Spondivits, but I'm about to become a server. And the crazy thing about it is that I remember going out for jobs and stuff when I was younger, like trying to put on a suit and everything. I'd walk around everywhere sweaty, like literally in the sun, like hotter days than this, in the sun at Camp Creek, trying to get jobs. They never hired me. And this time when I came back from school, I got jobs since then, but like I came back from school, I went to Ruby Tuesdays, put an application, then I went across the street. I didn't know anything about Spondivits, but I put an application and the manager said, we're not hiring. We're not hiring. You know, I went back and he's like, we're not hiring. I was like, let me just put an application. So I put it in. A week later, I got a call from the head guy, became a busser, using that to maintain my loans and such. And also, you know, saving up money, funding stuff like a guitar, camera, so I can build my own world.
Well, I've seen your work. Your work is excellent. Like, when it comes to the acting part,
Appreciate that.
Nailed it.
There is no way out of it. We all know the drill. You feed or you die. There's no door number 3.
How do you mean?
I mean, what made me stand out over all the other people?
I found your story to be more compelling.
Now there's another arena that I've been checking you out in, which is the music part, because music has been like my life forever, right?
Yeah. Looking out, door I see the rain fall on the funeral mourners, parading in a wake of sad relations as the shoes fill up water. Oh well, maybe I'm too young to keep good love from going wrong, but tonight you're on my mind. You never know, you never know. Broken down and hungry for your love with no way to feed it. Where are you tonight?
Would you be opposed? See, one thing I feel that you need some extra assistance in is the vocal training. Like vocally, you're dope. Your tone is dope. Your writing is dope. I believe. Would you be opposed if 419 got you some vocal training?
No, not at all.
Because we want to hook you up with one of the best.
Man.
You familiar with Janelle Monáe, right?
Yes, I know Janelle Monáe.
NDRE?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, I'm personal friends with their trainer. We want to hook you up with that trainer and get you a session or two.
Let's make it happen.
It's done.
Let's make it happen. I appreciate that.
It's done.
I'm feeling lucky today. I hope you're here for the stay. Picnic, hella gang. Nothing's better than me.
419 Models isn't just modeling. We also have an entertainment side. So, in case y'all was wondering where I am, I'm in the soon-to-be world-famous Bar Chicks. This is where we're gonna have 419 Models on I-47 up in the building with the double single release party, King James Worth. Just released Blue Sunsets, I-47 just released Eastside 47, and we're gonna bring it right here to Bar Chicks, June 2nd. Y'all don't have no excuse, you gotta be here. The show on June 2nd is gonna show what we have to offer. You'll see the models, you'll also see the artists that we represent. So it's gonna be an amazing time, y'all. We really need y'all to stay on board so you can see all that 419 Models has to offer.
It don't get no better. So yeah, let's talk about the ending of episode 1. I think that most parents would be able to relate when it comes to dealing with their children in front of the camera.
Yeah, Marissa and her mom had an issue, and I just think it's something that moms and daughters go through, or even fathers and sons, and you'll be able to, like Tori said, relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it plays out really great.
Yeah.
Y'all in for a treat.
Can you even see me?
I know, but you're 16 at the same time, and your mother, and I know you don't want to hear it right now. I totally get it, but you never let your team down. You got your whole team out here waiting on you because you pissed with your mother. You holding up the process. Because I love you, I come back for you.
As my enemy just unfolds, will you really care? Will you? Are you even there?
Marissa and I have a lot of similarities, and we're both fairly laid back and easygoing until you get us mad. And then when you get us mad, our stubbornness comes out.
Things got emotional, things got out of hand, and I started crying. Mom was pissed, I was pissed. It's, you know, a whole lot of emotions.
And neither one of us want to compromise, and so things tend to get kind of ugly.
And at first we were like,
we had different opinions on how to change up her look for the next photo shoot, and she went to the car to change her clothes. She got out with an outfit that I didn't think was appropriate for her age.
There's something I wanted to wear because, and it wasn't even like, it wasn't slutty. I didn't think so. I thought it was fine. If it was like up to here, then yeah. No, I'm not really about that either. So then some things were said that hurt me. I probably hurt my mom as well. And I started crying. She got real upset. But yeah, I ended up having to change so we could get things on the roll with modeling and everything, and just do what I had to do to continue and, you know, do me.
And you know, let's face it, sex sells, and in our culture these days, it's so common. It's gone from the shock factor to being so common that it's almost expected of people, and so they think that's what they need to do to get out there and get noticed. And what I want them to realize is their Instagram photos are not necessarily getting a ton of likes because it's a good photo. It's getting a ton of likes because of the sexiness that they're putting out there. And they don't need to do that. If they really want to be noticed by professionals and taken seriously, they need to work on their skill set and get noticed for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. So that's, I guess that's about it. So, gonna have a retake.
Stop and stare, now what do you see?
Of course, my name is Demita. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. I've been living in Atlanta for a good little minute. Immediately after I graduated out of high school, I went immediately into entertainment, music industry. Whether it was music, theater, stage, anything that had to do with performing arts, I've always been gifted in that. And I've seen so many of you in here that have the same traits. You're gifted in, you know, the way you look, the way you sound. I've heard a lot of you talk about music. I heard a lot of you talk about a lot of other things, instruments and so forth. You have so many avenues and so many different ways that God has blessed you to go in whatever field that you choose. My experience in these areas have literally taken me around the globe. It wasn't one thing. It's never always just one thing that God gifts you with. He always gifts you with more than one. So those things are for you God gives you those gifts to benefit from, to earn your living, like you were saying before about taking care of your family. I totally believe that this moment and this experience that you're going through right now is going to literally take you around the globe. So soak it in, you know, soak in the moment, soak in this experience, be faithful to your passion. Be faithful, which means it's going to be hard sometimes. Don't give up. There are going to be a lot of doors that may be closed. There are going to be a lot of people that may not like the way you look, like the way you smile, but you got to be faithful. If you believe in your heart of hearts that this is what you were put on earth to do, be faithful in it. Second of all, be focused. Be focused, zone in on it, study your craft, study those that have done it before, do your research, Google, interview some people, look at some pictures and photographs so you know different ways of how to pose, how to look in your mouth, how to look at your face. Don't box yourself in to just do one certain things. Take that gift and use it in all areas. I would tell my husband all the time, he's gifted in photography, but not only is he gifted in photography, he can take that same camera and do so many other different things. I'm gifted in singing, and you know, of course, you know, I did a little bit of mile on the side, but I took my gift, everything about me that was my talent, and I used it. So you use the face to get in front of the camera. You use the face to get out on social media. You use the face to be positive and to inspire people. Then you take your voice, and if you can't sing, you take that same voice and you motivate. You'll be on the platforms with Tyra Banks. She'll be on the platform. You'll be on red carpets with Naomi Campbell. Some of you all will even cross paths with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett and all of these other people. So you got to prepare your mind and your heart now. Say, this is my moment. And just like Miss Tori was saying, sometimes you only get one shot. Take every opportunity as if it is your only shot. Did you hear what I said? Take every opportunity from this point on as if it is your only shot. And when you do that, you'll learn to appreciate things, and then you'll always put your best foot forward. And it may not be that particular place where you may have gone into to get a job or to be noticed, but it may be somebody else who was in the room that saw you put your best foot forward that will lead your life down a whole nother path of God knows what. So I hope that my little bit of experience that I shared with you will help you guys to be motivated in the experience and the journey that you guys are on, and I commend you guys.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Okay, you got it. You got it.
Just ask me some questions. Well, I can't remember everything you asked.
This is homeboy. Calm down. This is my territory. I got you.
So, I'm just gonna scoot up. All right.
You got it.
We back.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. How you gonna sit like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit like that.
All right, cool.
All right, how everybody doing? My name is Shawn. Shawn, Germany. Germany, just like the country. My confidence, my attitude, my personality, my skills, my drive, my passion, the way I make others feel about themselves, and the way I wake up in the morning. People will want to tune in to watch me because they've never seen anything like me. I believe that I'm blunt, what some would like to say real. I like to always keep it honest, and even wear my emotions on my sleeve. I like to just keep it real, just all the way thorough. So it's not too much, it's not too often you see someone that really wants to keep it real with you. I don't like to hide anything, and I feel like a lot of people would appreciate that. I would say Muhammad Ali, the professional boxer Muhammad Ali. Also, I would say a role model was the brother in the Bible, Joseph, because his friends or his brothers traded him for some cash, and I can most definitely relate to that. Also, I would say my mother is my role model through all the things that we've been through, and most people when say that when they've been through the things that I've been through with their mother, and I actually see that like that's my way of getting over things. So I take her as a role model because it shows that you can do someone wrong, but you can also do them right. So I take her as a role model because, well, first of all, that's because she's my mother, really. You know, tripping.